PolyMarket is a website that lets you make money betting on everyday events, from the chances of Biden pardoning Diddy or even the chances of Elon Musk going to jail by the end of this year. The crazy thing about this website is I think it opens up the opportunity for massive insider trading. So what if we browse the dark web looking for insiders leaking information that could possibly help us with some of these bets? Looking on this website, I think it's clear the most popular bets have to do with the presidential election, with over $3 billion of trading volume on the outcome of who wins. Right now, it looks like Trump has a 57% chance of winning, while Kamala is sitting at 42.2%. These betting markets can change at any time, and you can buy or sell your position at any point, just like the stock market. I deposited $1,000 of USDC into PolyMarket, and the presidential election count begins tonight. So to start researching, I'm going to open up Tor Browser on my computer and begin looking at the Hidden Wiki. The Hidden Wiki is a secret part of the website Wikipedia that requires a Tor browser to explore, and they have links to all sorts of sensitive sites, from sites about drugs to hacking to blogs and personal sites we are going to explore. What may surprise you about dark web forums is the leaks are not any more groundbreaking than what you'd find on the clear web. In one of the forums, someone posted that a news station in Pennsylvania accidentally leaked Kamala Harris winning the state 52 to 47%, but this same information can be seen on clear web news stations. Now, obviously, there's no way to know if this was a simple test for the news station or if they actually had the election results ahead of time. You do have to keep in mind, though, that voting in Pennsylvania isn't actually done until tonight, so even if this leak had accurate numbers, there's likely more votes to be counted. Looking at the polling averages in Pennsylvania, it looks like Trump is leading by a slight margin of 0.4, with people like Elon Musk, who's paid out millions campaigning in the state, saying that Pennsylvania is on track for a major Republican victory, with some data to support his claim down here, while other articles claim Kamala Harris takes 2-point lead over Trump in final must-win state poll. This is definitely going to be a close state, and according to PolyMarket, Trump is projected to win, so going with the leak we saw on the dark web, we are going to put 5% of the portfolio, or $50, on Kamala Harris winning. Bet number 1 is officially made, guys, and if it hits, we will be paid out $125. Making some additional predictions, I put $100 on Trump winning the state of Wisconsin. I think I might have some insider information on this since I live in Milwaukee, and although in my area you'll see a lot of Kamala Harris signs, the rest of the state tends to be more Republican. So the question is, will the votes from the two urban centers of Milwaukee and Madison be able to cancel out the rest of the state? I personally don't think so. So my $100 bet on Trump winning the state is set to pay out $217.39. Continuing to explore both the clear and the dark web, I wasn't able to find anything groundbreaking. A lot of journalists use the dark web to research and report on all sorts of sensitive topics, so a lot of times you can find the same information on the clear web. We found an article about Iranian hackers leaking Trump's internal campaign documents, an article about Trump being projected to win, articles about Kamala being projected to win. In this age of the internet, we have way too much information that it's hard to know what's real and what's fake. So with that being said, we're gonna bet $500 on Kamala Harris winning the state of New Hampshire. This is a strategic play since the results in previous elections have always been close, with New Hampshire going Democrat every single time. This trade is only set to pay out $93.16 if we win, which isn't the best odds, but I think Kamala's got New Hampshire on lock. But before we spend the rest of our $1,000 budget on PolyMarket, the next portion of this video is sponsored by Moomoo, since they're giving you guys up to 20 free stocks to get started on the platform at the top link down below in the description. I've been using and enjoying Moomoo for months now, and you guys can see in my portfolio we're now sitting at nearly $600 in value, and my favorite thing about it is there's $0 in commission on any stock, ETF, or options trade. And for those of you interested in learning more about options trading, Moomoo offers their users tons of free educational resources, starting from the very basics with options and moving on to the different strategies you can implement with them. And Moomoo even offers paper trading, where you can start with $1 million in virtual currency and practice building up your trading ability with zero risk. So be sure to open an account with Moomoo at the top link down below. Once you open an account and deposit just $100, you get 8 free stocks. And once your account reaches $1,000 in total deposits, you get another 12 free stocks for 20 free stocks total. It's literally a great deal, so be sure to take advantage of it down below in the description and comment down below letting me know what free stocks you get. But now, as we continue to place trades on PolyMarket, I don't simply want to bet on one candidate or the other. I want to be in a position to profit no matter who wins by thinking of the most probable scenarios for this election and also hedging my bets. So for example, PolyMarket has a poll where you can predict how many swing states Trump wins. This includes states like North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, and the 3 Rust Belt states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Looking at the current polling data, I think it's most likely that Trump wins 5 of them, so I'm betting $50 on that happening to win $217.39. But to hedge my bets in case Trump either underperforms or overperforms this prediction, I'm gonna bet $20 on Trump winning 4 4 swing states and 6 swing states to make a little over $100 and cover the $90 I spent on these trades. I also researched the most likely results for the election and placed 5 PolyMarket bets for $80 on the spread of victory for either candidate, with 3 possibilities for Trump to win and 2 possibilities for Kamala to win by a slim margin. If I'm wrong on any of these predictions, I lose small, but if I'm right, I win big. And the final bets I'm making on PolyMarket are $100 on Trump winning the state of North Carolina and $80 on Trump winning the election but losing either Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. We'll see if I'm right. So with that being said, our bets are now placed and we'll see how this election goes tonight.
If you are just waking up right now, NBC News now officially projecting that Donald Trump has won the presidency.
The former president's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin, a state that he narrowly lost 4 years ago. He is now the second president in U.S. history to win non-consecutive terms.
It's now the next morning, and at this point, it's pretty clear that Trump won the election, including every swing state, and that's honestly a lot better than I expected. Going into this, I thought the prediction markets were heavily skewed towards Trump versus his chances of actually winning the election, but it turns out that prediction markets might be a pretty accurate predictor for future presidential elections, and here's the CEO of PolyMarket to explain.
You know, when you see the odds on PolyMarket, it's not a function of how much money was put on either side. It's a function of market price at that moment. And usually there's a 0.1 cent spread. It's the tightest spread for this market in the world. And some trade that someone made 2 weeks ago doesn't have bearing on what the market price is right now.
By following the money and changing the odds based on what people are betting at the moment, PolyMarket was accurately able to predict the 2024 presidential election. And the way they make money on these bets is by leaving a spread between the calculated odds and the payout odds they offer. In the case of the election, with $3 billion in the pot, let's say people had $1.8 billion on Trump and $1.2 billion on Kamala Harris winning. That puts the calculated odds at 60% to 40%. What casinos will do in this case, PolyMarket, is take out, let's say, 1% of the pot, giving 59.5% odds for Trump with 39.5% odds for Kamala Harris. And in the case that Trump wins, $2.871 billion will be paid out to the winners, with the casino taking a profit of $129 million. So the moral of the story is the house always wins no matter what happens, and I'm interested to see if PolyMarket is able to predict future elections as well, along with other everyday events that take place. But although we didn't win as much as the house last night, we're still in a pretty solid position at $77 in the green, or a return of 7.7%. Last night before I went to bed, the portfolio was up by $176, and I even tried trimming down some positions while it was up, along with cutting some losses on some bad trades. And every time PolyMarket hit me with a notification saying high price fluctuation due to lower supply, try placing a limit order. And when I tried placing a limit order, it never went through. So as much as PolyMarket says you can buy or sell your positions at any time, once it gets super close to the event you're betting on happening, your chances of being able to sell your position goes down because there's less buyers willing to trade on the other end of your prediction. But in total though, in this election, we made 20 bets with only 4 of them hitting, which means we were wrong a lot, but what we did get right is Kamala Harris winning the state of New Hampshire, Trump winning both Wisconsin and North Carolina, and we also accurately predicted the margin by which Trump wins the election. That $25 bet is going to pay out $119.05. The smart thing I did with PolyMarket is I hedged pretty much every bet I made in some way, so no matter what happens, I would be set to make a profit. Like for example, let's say I was wrong on Trump winning both Wisconsin and North Carolina, I would have hit on 3 additional bets to make up for that, putting me at $152.31 in profit. The only way I really could have lost money on this challenge is if Kamala lost the state of New Hampshire, which was highly unlikely to happen. But on that note, looking at PolyMarket once again, I see a lot more bets I could potentially make, from predicting Bitcoin's price to how many tweets Trump is going to make in the next week. This is a really interesting app, and if this video hits 2,500 likes, I'll do a part 2. And before you guys go, be sure to get those 20 free stocks with Moomoo at the top link down below in the description. It's a really great app for anything from long-term investing to being able to trade options, ETFs, or stocks with $0 in commission. So be sure to check out Moomoo down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.